people tell me that they can't be racist because they have coloured friends, colleagues, or even a brother, then I respond, well, how can anybody be sexist if they've got aunties, a partner, or a mother? You see how these statements just don't correlate with each other? See, I believe a lot of those people that make those statements have something in their heart that is molesting them. And that's a word that I've created. And when I say molesting, I mean something is clogging their arteries while society's stigmas are molesting them. Officers get paid for their stunts, like wrestling men, whether they're shooting or arresting men like me. They call me black, IC3, BAME, all these labels, but I'm unable to get the ones that I want to escape me. And these are the conversations that a lot of us have with our families. And they'll keep encouraging to go to that corporate job. They always wanted us there. And even when we had low confidence there, someone would still find a way to take a bite, like a conference pear. The things I'm discussing aren't rare when you're black and grow up in a dysfunctional household. And your culture and society doesn't allow those that are vulnerable to be vulnerable in the search for who they really are. Thank you. I'm going to
empower all of you, whether you're a male or a female, and no matter what colour you are, to just speak and be in your truth. So, Little Black Girl Know Your Place is a narrative I see, hear, and experience frequently. It hurts the general agenda that my gender, complexion, and honesty doesn't cost me my honesty, because honestly, you can get that for free. On the counter, below the bar, I set the bar, I serve that tea. PG, not PC, as I see it, direct from me. Should I be packaged quaintly on the shelf to suit you or to suit myself? Do you look at me as filth on your shoes, bottom shelf? You shop at the top to highlight what you ascribe to be your wealth. Sometimes it feels like you're not allowed to say how you experience being a black woman in this world for fear of upsetting the status quo. Well, the status quo, as I know it to be, is that you can tweet, not delete, hate generated on that social media feed, targeted at women more than men. And out of all of the races, guess which women receive 82% of them? Does it upset the status quo to know that expecting black women are 4 times more likely while birthing life to see their life end? In the end, doesn't progress depend on awareness and accountability, whether by one or by many? We have voices that extend beyond the fairness or darkness of our skin. The qualities highlighted in Fenty, gift carded by the God within. We are more, we are not less than our melanin. Little black girl, you think you're too nice, you don't know your place. The only way you'll get to the top is if I give you space. I will belittle your ideas with indirect statuses, discuss you amongst your peers, hoping for your hiatus. See, my fear is that if you grow, you'll overshadow me. Not understanding that although we need light, we also need the shade of the trees. There's room in nature for all beings to coexist. Yet instead of admiring my talents and my individuality, you persistently, microaggressively limit my gifts to chance, luck, prowess, and ease. Not recognizing all the hard work that goes in beyond what you see. And if you ask me what I see, I tell you straight that the reason you do this is because of your own self-hate. Judas at my table, happy to eat off my plate, stab me in the back with my own knife and smile in my face. Little Black Girl Know Your Place is a narrative I see, hear, and experience frequently. And it makes me really sad when I experience that from men and women in similar hues to me. Thank you.
I personally don't like to refer people as broken, or because I think it connotes like a lesser person or someone who's, you know, damaged or not complete. I think it's the world that's broken. It's the external, like you were saying, that's broken, and the victim of that is not broken. They've just experienced the brokenness, and you know they're suffering as a result of that. But you are not the I personally feel, my opinion, feel like you are not, or the victim is not broken. It's the cause.
What's your reference point though? I think it's, how do you even know you're broken? And like, where do you, is it racial brokenness? Because I feel like everyone in this world is broken. And how do you then kind of start that conversation too? Do you use Western interpretation to what healing looks like, or what a healed person looks like, to begin your journey? Like, how do you, what are the things that are guiding your steps and guiding the decisions you make to quote unquote heal? Yeah, that's the thing that continually kind of comes up in my mind.
To know one thing, we have to have experienced it. So in order to know hurt, we have to also know healing. You cut yourself, you fall over, it heals after a little while. But if you never got the hurt in the first place, you wouldn't know you've received the hurt. Same thing goes with love. If you experience hate, you actually know what love is, because you know the two ends of the extreme. Everything is on a spectrum.
But if we heal the wrong way, it's very dangerous, and that is how most people heal.
Do you have examples that you...
I'll give a practical example. Let me just give you a practical example. Let's assume I lost someone, and I'll be like, it's fine, it's okay. We're good. We'll bury him or her or thereabout, whatever, like, and then move on. And then maybe 2 months, 3 months, probably a year down the line, and things happen, and it hits me. And I'm like, what the hell? Now you see that thing start weighing me. It's probably like 2 or 3 years ahead, and I start dragging me back 3 years back. That wasn't healing. Why? Because I didn't deal with it at the root.
100%. Facts.
I didn't deal with it at the root. I felt I dealt with it, I'm okay with it, I've moved on. So that is the tricky part of healing, that it's, even though it's personal, you have to heal the right way. Because for you to heal the right way, you have to deal with the situation at hand, that thing that is weighing you down, you have to deal with it at the root, and then you get healed from that. That is when you can move on, you heal aright. That's the point I'm just trying to bring in.
What stood out to me was that we're all at different stages, because there was such a variety of responses that came from, you know, the questions about the future and what we see as the future and what we see as healing. And I know a lot of people kind of alluded to, we throw this word healing around so much and we mean it, but sometimes the meaning gets lost, or you feel like it's an end point, but as we said, it's a journey. And so I guess what stood out for me was just being within that learning and not judging yourself, taking time out when you need it, not being a warrior if you don't feel like it, or at least in public, and not letting social media or social commentary, conversation constantly impact your day, because at the end of the day, we are individuals that are trying to move through our worlds as best as we can. And if we're constantly doing things that we feel we have to do rather than what we're called to do or have the energy for, then we're not good to anyone, and we're not going to reach any healing.
It's really important that we have these spaces, because people get a chance to express themselves, and it's a collective conversation rather than it just being a dialogue or being narrated to. I feel like we're often told how we're supposed to be or what we're supposed to do. We don't often get to actually engage in the discussion or be at the forefront of the discussion. So actually having these type of spaces whereby people of all cultures, creeds and communities can come together and collaborate and share and actually be creative as well, because I believe that conversation is also a creative space, actually allows for the progression of us as individuals but also as a community and a people.
Yeah.